Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop Amazon, and when you do, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon or click the Amazon link on our website. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program. Now, on with the show.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Shh. It's Wide Open Wednesday.
What?
Mike O'Mara
Whoa.
Show. Oh, that's right. Your phone calls. Diane from Sacramento, you are on the air. Hello.
Oh, Mike, we love you long time.
Oh,
Diane.
we love
Nice.
you long time right back, Diane. What can I do for you?
Well, it's Wednesday. I remembered, and I called.
You know what?
Isn't that
That's
exciting?
all. That's all I
Good
need,
egg.
Diane. That is all I need.
egg.
And you know what? Not even a Facebook goose required for you today, Diane.
No.
I'm thrilled.
Hey,
Yes, it's
I wanted to give you guys a heads up. I've not heard you talk about it, but have you guys watched Schitt's Creek on Netflix?
Oh, I have not.
I've heard about it. I've not seen it yet.
what do you
Okay,
know about it, Rob?
It is created and produced by Eugene Levy's son, and it stars Eugene Levy. And as a courtesy to Matt Bloom, please do not repeat the title.
thank you.
But let's just call it S Creek. It's spelled
Yeah, well,
differently.
it's actually not, but yes. And Catherine O'Hara is in it, and it is hilarious, and you guys need to watch it.
What is the sort of
What's the
tone of
premise?
the show? What's the plot?
They are rich, lost all their money, and have to go to a town that they purchased, which is very low class, low income.
Oh.
They live
All right,
in
so it's Mike O'Mara's story.
Right. It's all
Diane,
of our
God
stories.
bless. We have more calls standing by, but thank you so much, and we love you, and thanks for calling on Wide Open Wednesday.
Thank
Call
you.
us back, won't you?
Town
Thank
is
you.
called Manassas.
Appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go to Matt in Maine. Great state of Maine. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hi, Mike. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great. How are you up there in the great state of Maine? What part of Maine are you from?
Buddy.
I'm from the Portland area.
Portland. That's great. Well, I got family up there, and looking forward to making my annual pilgrimage north. Would I
And
get
we
the opportunity?
look forward to having you.
That's great. It'll be Becky's Diner and a lobster omelet in no time at all. Actually, no, we've been
Yes, sir.
checking the finances. It'll be a quick drive through Portland and a stop at the local gas station.
Make sure you get a red snapper.
Red Snapper. That's right,
Snapper.
Red Snapper. You know what a red boys? A little Maine trivia here. Do either one of you know what this gentleman's referring to? I do.
Isn't
I'll
it
tell you in a minute.
one of those really, really dyed red hot dogs?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
A red snapper.
I didn't
A
know
red
that.
snapper.
I thought it was
Red
a lady of the night.
Red snapper down in Florida and red snapper up in Maine mean totally different things. Well, what can we do for you, Matthew?
You know, I just wanted to call and say hello to you guys. It's my birthday today.
Birthday!
Hey! How old are we today, Matt?
45.
45.
Nice,
Oh,
man.
45 is a wonderful age. Rob, why are you crossing your eyes? No
Well,
one's gonna
because
die.
he's, you know what, he's closer to the end than the beginning, but enjoy the day.
Happy birthday. Anything special planned for your birthday, Matt?
I'm actually coming to see you.
Oh, right, you
Like
mean like
today?
down here?
Is it a threat?
Should I call security or something? What's going on with that?
About an hour from now, I'm hopping on a flight to Punta Gorda.
Oh, Punta Gorda. Oh, fantastic.
Punta
Well,
Gorda.
let me know when you get here.
Yes,
we'll
sir.
do dinner.
Yeah,
Okay?
let him know.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
We'll
Matt.
put the link.
All right, bye-bye. Let me hang up on him right away.
Mike,
All
check
right,
your
very
yard.
good.
When we run the show, and just do a quick once around the yard. Make sure he's not out there.
Rob, I'm going to give you a, I don't know if you're looking at the board. You probably are.
Yeah.
but,
Yes.
don't go breaking my heart. Kiki K.
Hey, all the way with
Kiki
Kiki K.
All the way with Kiki K from Silver Spring. Hi, Kiki. How are you?
Hi, you guys. It is
Hi,
all the way with
Kiki.
PK.
That can't be the first time you've heard that.
It was the first time.
Aww.
First time she heard it, not the first time she did it.
Oh, hey, watch out.
Hey,
Rob, how
watch
dare
out.
you?
Rob, I love this woman.
Don't be a jerk.
You made my birthday. That cracked me up so
Cool.
much.
Is it your birthday, too, today, Kiki K?
No, it was last week.
No, yeah, right before Oscars.
Oh, thank you for mentioning my name.
So I have a question for the panel.
What?
I love what Rob's saying. Ladies and gentlemen, on the phone with us right now, calling from Silver Spring, Maryland. Please put your hands together and welcome the lovely and my baby, KCK. I stumbled all over that. Sorry about that.
Mike, you hit the post. Most important.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, did I mention it's Wide Open Wednesday, and you can reach us at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. This is the first Wide Open Wednesday we have ever had when people just remembered, and we had a full compliments of people on the line.
Love it.
As I go through each of them, they're dropping off and not coming back, so they're the only 4 that remembered.
Mike, they're learning, though.
They are.
They're learning.
They're
It's
learning.
a learning curve. What were you going to say, Kiki K, today?
I have a question for you guys. What is your most hated network sitcom that's not currently on? So let's
Like
say
of all
from
time.
Great question.
So that's all time.
of all
That's easier.
time. And
All right.
for
Hang up and
example,
listen?
mine. No, well, I was going to say that, but mine is Mama's Family with a close second from Three's Company that I have to run and shut the remote off, and I will hang up
all
and
right.
listen.
I like your choices, and we'll noodle it through. Thanks for calling, Kiki.
MASH.
We appreciate it.
What? Really?
Depressing. It's old. It looks old. Ugh.
Yeah, it
Gross.
bugs me too.
All right,
One of the
but,
all-time greatest.
I get that.
Pony?
But you know what's
I agree.
weird? It's really, before she said it, Mama's Family is my most hated sitcom.
Does it
of
remind-
all time.
Mama's Family does.
Yes.
Does it remind you
Mama's Family was
of your
just,
childhood?
Big Daddy watched it an awful lot.
got
It
it.
was on in the house a lot.
I have mine, and this to me is when Happy Days was such a beautiful hit, and it
Yeah.
was so much fun, and it was kind of intelligent, actually,
Yeah,
the
the
way they
front.
wrote it. And then it got dumber, and then Laverne and Shirley spun off of Happy Days, and Laverne and Shirley has consistently, forever, been the clear leader of my least favorite sitcom. I can't
Wow.
stand it.
I'll throw a runner-up since I don't want to steal Kiki's thunder. I really have never been able to watch The Golden Girls.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I'm with you on that one.
guys.
Now,
For
wait a minute,
someone
you-
who hates
Hold
MASH,
on. Is the ageist on the show going to defend the Golden
It's not
Girls?
about age. The Golden Girls was witty. It was fun. They had every type of personality on there. They had the sweet girl. They had the basically the cougar. They had I don't even know if you call her cougar. She's a panther.
Rue McClanahan
Yeah, she's
was
that
the
old.
cougar.
She's a
Yeah.
panther. I mean, you just had every personality.
and the hardened wisdom of B. Arthur.
Pony, do you want to weigh in at all while you're not typing?
Well, you know what? This is blasphemous to a lot of people. I never really liked Seinfeld all that much. I liked the people on
How
the show.
do we work together? Why don't you like Seinfeld?
I don't like Jerry. I liked everyone else
Okay,
on the
good.
show. I just
That's
didn't
valid.
like
With that.
Jerry.
That's valid.
I'm okay with
Jerk.
somebody that, if you don't like Jerry, Jerry was like,
Who are these
Yeah.
people?
And I also
like
didn't like Mike. I don't know. Did you ever take in the program Small Wonder?
I did not, Rob, and unfortunately, we don't have time to talk about it because we have a call coming from
Dare
someone.
you.
She was a
I'm
robot.
concerned. This is a very, very
Android.
important call, all the way from South Korea. This is Kim.
Of course it's Kim.
Now, it's not Kim from North Korea, I hope, right? Hello? Oh, no. That
I
was
don't think
somebody
they like that.
fun.
That was
that
a
North Korea infrastructure, Mike.
faulty
right.
missile of a phone
Well, it
call.
was South
right there.
Korea. They said, Nick from Vermont, you're on the Mike O'Mara show. Hello.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Who's screening the calls today, just out of curiosity?
Dan O'Brien.
Kim's from South Korea.
Dan O'Brien.
Nick, stay there for a second. Bring Dan O'Brien in for a
Yeah,
second.
march
I'll
him
ask you
in
a
here
question.
like Kim would.
Yeah,
Because I'm just really, really curious about the Kim from South Korea. If he smelled any kind of a rat with that call,
Yes.
Give Dan O'Brien the mic. Dan O'Brien, can you hear my voice?
He can now.
Yes, I can.
Dan, God, the process of. Wait, should I stand in front of the camera? Just run in and grab
new.
that. Dan O'Brien, the Kim from South Korea. Did you smell a rat with that?
No, I just heard Kim from South Korea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Go back
thank
to
you,
your
Kim.
position. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brian.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan. Whatever your name is.
Nick from.
How are they able to broach security?
What he's saying
Nick
is just
from
call
Vermont.
in.
Nick from Vermont on his wife's phone. Hello.
How's it going, Mike?
I'm doing great. I get very confused when I see
We've turned.
the phones identified, and then I say, Nick, what can we do for you?
I'm very tired, Mike. I spent another night on the couch last night.
Because you had a fight with the missus?
It wasn't that at all. It was the walls are very thin, and about 3 times a week, our neighbor, young 20s, shares her passion very, very loudly.
Oh,
Wow. Man. Do you ever want to take a hand drill and make a hole?
We pounded on the wall several times, and last night we decided we were not going to pound the wall anymore, and we wrote her a very nice but detailed letter this morning and slipped it under her door and ran away.
Oh, wow. So you live in a condo apartment? What kind of arrangement do you have?
We do. We live in a condo, and our bedrooms share the same wall, and their bed is right against the wall to our bedroom.
So that seems to be would be a common problem. I think they should look into that in condo design.
Yeah,
Maybe not have bedrooms share walls.
Celebrity she most resembles?
Excellent question, Oscar.
Well, I really like to think it's kind of a Natalie Portman, but I've never seen her before. I'm afraid it's going to be more of a Lena Dunham.
Oh, so you've never...
Hey.
So
I see where you're going.
So you've never seen her face to face. You've just heard her.
Never seen her. I probably walked by her 1,000 times walking the dog outside, and I don't know if she knows who I am, if I'm the guy behind the wall pounding it. But,
hey, you know what? Maybe she's older.
Oh, Rob,
no,
see,
she's
Rob,
definitely
see,
young.
I'm enjoying this. You just wrecked it again.
He didn't wreck it with Lena
anything
Dunham?
sex, you wreck. You wreck sex. You wreck sex.
Yeah, I mean,
on the show so often.
that's your kink. You want him to be older. We
That's
want
right.
him to
That's
be
what
younger.
he wants, isn't it?
Yeah.
He wants
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
doesn't he?
that's
He
his
wants
kink.
him to
My
be,
kink
he
is
wants
to
it
run
be like
away
a
with
50.
Rosie Clooney.
Maybe she's
Oh, my
in black
God.
and white. Listen, friend, 3 times a week, right? How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 38.
Okay, so listen. I know how it feels like to be in your late 30s, and our libidos aren't the same as they used to be in our mid-20s. Do you ever feel like, enough, lady, you're making me look bad?
Absolutely.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
Sorry, Nick. Thank you very much for the call. All the way up in the Green Mountain State, and I guess she's doing
Sometimes
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
elbow my girl, and I wonder if she maybe is getting into the mood when she hears him across the wall, but it never seems to happen.
Never seems to happen. Nick, that's a great call.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the call. We appreciate that.
Get off of me, man.
The Green Mountain State sounds like she's doing some Green Mountain. Am I right, ladies?
Oh, yeah.
That
Mount
does it.
Fiss.
Seems exhausting.
Let's go to Jay from New Jersey. Jay, you're on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi, Mike. Good morning. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to ask a question. Since you guys do a topical show, why doesn't Mike talk about...
I'm
the
here.
current state of
I'm here. So
politics?
if you're saying, hold on. First of all, if you're going to call like that with that kind of an agenda call, you have to address me when I'm on the phone with you. I want you to address me directly. So why don't I
Okay,
what?
My apologies, Mike. I wanted to find out, why don't you talk about politics even in your news?
It's funny that you mentioned that, because today on the sheet I will be talking about Republicans. Why does it always get back to the Nazis? So what do you think of that, Jay, from
face.
New Jersey?
Yeah, in your face.
What do you think about that? We're going to talk about Sean Spicer and the big idiot move. I saw him live yesterday when he came on with
do it
Wolf
live.
Blitzer. I saw him when he actually came out of the briefing room because he screwed up so bad that he had to go on CNN, and he's just such a dummy. And by the way, not only that he was referencing Hitler and comparing him to Assad and saying even Hitler didn't use toxic weapons, chemical weapons, but Hitler only gassed people, you idiot. And then he called concentration camps Holocaust centers.
Yeah.
It's just So see,
I have a
there, what do you
question.
think?
I have a question, Jay, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Do you like a funny show, or do you like derailing a program?
No, I like a funny show,
Okay,
but
just curious.
this is a topical show, and you guys should talk about politics.
The topic is to make people laugh.
Unfortunately,
you jerk.
the politics, and the comedy, really, it's hard unless you're Bill Maher. And even when you're Bill Maher, 90% of Bill Maher's show is pretty intense and pretty heavy. But we try to cover everything.
Jay,
And,
shop through Amazon more, and we can talk all the politics you want.
Hey, we talk a lot
thank
of. You can always catch the bonus show. Maybe you catch some
All
politics
right,
there.
we're going to try this again. Kim from South Korea. Are you really calling from South Korea?
Yes, I am.
Oh, wonderful. Hi, and welcome to the show. That's such a long way away. Very nice to have you on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that I love the show. And Oscar, I use the button on the app to call, and it even worked in South Korea.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Todd Moore, I owe you a
How about
handy.
that? How about that, Todd? Way to go, Todd Moore. Hey, can I ask you a question? Funny the guy just brought up politics. With all of this saber rattling going on and with all the threats, what is the mood of the South Korean people? What's it like there since you guys, since this idiot up north poses such a direct threat to those of you? Are you in Seoul or some other part of the country?
We're in Suwon, which is about an hour south of Seoul, but we're only here on spring break.
Oh,
okay.
spring
All right,
break
so you're just there for
forever.
a short period of time.
Fun destination.
Have you gotten any sense of what the mood is in South Korea and the feelings about everything going on?
I think it's pretty much always like that here.
Okay.
I mean, they do regular drills once a month. One hotel we stayed in actually said, these are the procedures when we do the drills.
That's interesting. Wow.
So there's always a threat.
I have a follow-up if you don't mind, and thank you for calling from South Korea. What type of discounts are they offering on Samsungs?
We haven't actually been to a Samsung store, although this hotel that we're in has a Samsung computer in it.
Ooh,
in the room.
Nice.
And you
Korean
said
now.
it's spring break and you're in South Korea. Were the flights to Fort Lauderdale booked, or what is the?
It's
what
Mike.
is
It's
the
actually
reason?
a stopover.
It's a stopover. What is the reason you're in South Korea?
We're here with my grandmother, my mother, and my 2 children. So we have 4 generations visiting. My mother is a first-generation immigrant to the United States.
That is so cool.
How
That's
cool
great.
is that? How cool.
How do you like
that?
the motherland?
This is my 4th time here.
Is it true that the
And this is
kimchi always tastes better in South Korea when you're there?
Kimchi at every meal.
Oh,
At every
nice.
meal.
Did
Didn't
you know that
that.
Oscar hates the show MASH?
Speaking of South Korea.
How dare you?
Oh, that's wonderful. So this is an exciting family trip for you.
Yes, very, very busy.
What time is it over there, if
Very
you don't
busy.
mind us asking?
We're 13 hours ahead.
Oh,
Do the math,
So it's
Rob.
10:30 tonight.
10:30. Nice.
Yes.
That's exciting. You know what, Kim? We really appreciate that. Give our best to your entire family, the grandmother, the mother, everybody
They
that's over
called
there.
from the
That's
app, Mike. The app.
That is so
that
cool.
you called from
That's
the app
the
and you
point.
called in South Korea.
Listening
if you can
live.
Call, everybody can call.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless you, and stay safe over there. All right, Kim.
Thank you.
Smooches.
Bye-bye. There she
That
goes.
is really
South
good.
Korea.
I like
That's
that.
a good way to end Wide Open Wednesday.
International.
Another good way to end Wide Open Wednesday is when nobody's calling anymore.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Just listen to Mike O'Mara. Fill your podcast player with O'Mara. You will have fun.
What is this?
Because everyone likes O'Mara. Listen while you shave or use mascara. Or you run when he's doing his job with Rob and Oscar. For an hour and a half, you'll laugh and say, oh, there's no one like Mike O'Mara, so you gotta download Mike O'Mara every day. O'Mara, O'Mara, I getcha. O'Mara, I can't wait till I press play. O'Mara, O'Mara, I getcha. O'Mara, I can't wait till I press play.
Wow.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
Oh, man, nothing like the old Queen and me just being awakened with that show tune.
Yeah,
huh?
nothing short of brilliant. Mike Pollock, thank you so much. He's the one who also
Boy.
did your Captain Hook song.
Good Lord,
So
we got
keep 'em
some
coming,
talented
Mike. That is
people.
right in the
magnificent.
stream,
so
please.
much fun. Live from the Pfeiffer Studios in Washington, D.C. Is it Cappy's birthday today?
No, not yet. Later the
All
month.
right. All right, I saw some reference to it. I just wasn't sure. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. We're on the air. The Mike O'Mara Show, a national podcast and radio show with an incredibly loyal following around the world. TMOS listeners get it, and if you're here, so do you. You can reach us at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673 or MikeO'MaraShow.com. Online, on air, on now. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. And by the way, on Wednesdays, we prioritize your phone calls, and we will take them whenever you want to call in. So be aware of that. Today's show brought to you by Policy Genius. Life insurance is the best idea to protect the ones around you. But where do you go to get the best prices on the best policy with the best service? I have it for you.
Yeah.
PolicyGenius.com, the best online life insurance marketplace. Policy Genius has placed over $5 billion in life insurance for people like you, and they have the most accurate quotes from the top A-rated life insurance companies. Policy Genius easily compares all the top-rated life insurance companies for your best options, plus a licensed customer service team to help you along the way. And while you're there, check out their other insurance offerings like pet insurance. That's right, you heard me correctly. Pet insurance. Go to PolicyGenius.com today to save over 40% off other prices for life insurance. When life insurers compete for your business, you save money. That's PolicyGenius.com. Zero jargon, zero sales pressure, zero hassle. Life insurance made easy. Free quotes and peace of mind. Don't wait. Go to PolicyGenius.com, and we thank you.
Yay!
Well, that's just too much fun. A call from South Korea, a show tune to start the show.
That show tune ruled.
Yeah.
That really did. That's we got some good little musical folk out in our audience.
It's
and,
always a pleasure and a treat to open an email from Mike Pollock because I never know what I'm going to get.
Oh, really? So he sends you, and I love the fact that you give them the credit they deserve with knowing the names, and they send that stuff to you. It's wonderful. Well, the hangover after the fabulous weekend is over. Back to the grind. Happy to say that Carla got the flu while we were in on the airplane.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Did she get a shot this year? Did she get a flu shot?
Yes, she got a flu shot. I'm sure she did.
Effective as always.
How's little Michael doing?
He's doing well. He's always got a cold, but I mean, I'm
this would be the
he
week.
does.
This would be the week for him to spring back though, because it's spring break and he's not.
got. All right. I will tell you, he has less snot this week than he's had in the other weeks.
That's great. That's
So
good.
that's-
Could you
that's the
imagine
way
you
that
putting
rolls.
your arm around little Michael when he's 18? For the first 4 years of your life, all you had is snot coming down on your nose.
Yeah, you
That's
were like
not
a phlegm
every day.
dispenser.
Snot every day, and and I had one of those mornings where we put him down last night, and everybody slept late.
Okay.
And I hate it. And I really be careful what you wish for. How many times do you say when he's getting up at 5:45 in the morning? I'm like, oh, if I only had an hour. No, I like the early. He's our natural alarm. He forces me to have my act together, and when I don't. By the way, we blew off hockey practice today because Mama was sick, and Mama was sick, and Daddy was back, and we just weren't. And he's 3.
He's not going to get his perfect attendance award.
I think he's going to be okay. I
There
think
goes
he's going to be
that
fine
30
with
for
that.
30.
Yeah.
Never missed a practice.
Unfortunately, that's it. You know, he's not going to play for the Boston Bruins. I'm very, very sorry. That's the way it goes. I think ultimately the illness from Carla, you have to attribute it to air travel.
Yes.
This is not a bulletin. This is not anything that anybody needs to hear from my lips. But the fact is, it continues to get worse. It was spotlighted this week by the gentleman that they hauled off of the plane. Did you see the little blurb about him that he got in some trouble providing narcotics to somebody?
Pills for sex, Mike. Pills for sex.
Pills for sex.
Yes,
So
allegedly.
you think that came from the United PR subversion machine where, hey, they were getting so beaten up over this that they decided, hey, leak this story
Mike,
about how
I don't
bad
know that
this
they
guy
leaked
is.
it, but I guarantee you they didn't say, hey, no need to say that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on, and you wouldn't be shocked by this, Mike, but I'm on the side of the police in this one.
And
That
also,
they had to drag him out of there, and a grown man whining.
Now hold on. See, when you I'm not going to argue with you based on being on the side of the police.
Yes.
I am going to. If you were on the side of the airline here and the corporate greed.
Not corporate greed.
Look, I read a lot of posts yesterday,
Yes.
but people said, what other company? If you go into another company, there's just not a lot of examples of we sell more than we actually have.
Oh, let's clarify a couple facts, and I'm sure you guys all know this, but for our
right,
listeners,
go ahead.
right? A is that, and for context, you probably have seen this on TV.
Guy was dragged off a flight because they overbooked and they had to. They
No one
looked
gave
for
up seats,
volunteers.
right.
No one volunteered,
Yes.
so they had to randomly select someone to be hauled
So
off
they-
the plane.
they-
And it's absolutely unacceptable in my
So they randomly select them because they have to get their crew to another hub, so then that plane can go out. That process and that logistically doesn't really make sense for me, because I get that you have to get them to the next hub, your crew, right? But you own planes. Like, push comes to shove, get them on a different plane, right? Get them on one of those little puddle jumpers.
You
and get 'em
probably
over
shouldn't
there.
use push comes to shove in this situation.
That being said, the couple took,
let me just stop so we know our facts
Yes.
here. So the justification for kicking somebody off a plane was they had to make room
for their crew,
flight crew, that otherwise they would screw up their whole system.
Yes.
But we are left with the fact that they still sold more seats
and it's a
than
common
they had.
practice, and on their end,
and it's a crap practice.
Let me finish. all
I've
right?
always believed. All right, go ahead.
The couple that was asked to leave, they both initially took an $800 buyout. They said, yes, we'll take the $800 credit. Then they changed their minds, right? So then once there was a back and forth, and a video actually came out yesterday because you only saw that 30 seconds. Yeah. Then you saw another minute video that was released, and it shows the patron of the passenger pleading with TSA, saying basic, or the police, the airport police, saying, I can't go, please pick someone else, please pick someone else. I guess my logic is, and after thinking about this for some time, if the police show up on a plane, I'm the first one to get off that plane. Like, I don't want any trouble. We're going to work this out outside. You're going to make me whole. You're going to make this good. That's
And
fine.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is airport security, not United security.
That's airport security, right?
So
Two, if I have some sort of
airport, was it airport security or was it airport police?
Airport police.
Airport
right?
police, legitimate law enforcement
So
officials.
once I see that, I get off. B, if I have some sort of nefarious sexual
alleged past,
not alleged, he was actually
convicted.
Was convicted, right?
Okay.
If I'm convicted and I have this in my rearview mirror, B, I'm not making any noise. I'm getting off because if I'm worried, A, I'm going to make a scene and this is going to become a bigger situation, right?
Well, in the great tradition of your misdiagnoses, you have once again shared the spotlight on the people that should not be, called out. I don't give a rat's ass about the guy. I don't care about what he's done. I'm talking about the system, and the system comes down to our system of air travel and the G word, which is greed. This is all about greed, and it doesn't need to be this way. And the fact is, man, spend some time in Atlanta's Hartsfield Airport, and it's just a CF at every single turn. And, even reflecting back on Southwest Airlines and the way they cattle car you into your little, sections like A31, A21, it's in days gone by, it was a better experience. And I'm trying to think of a great example. Okay,
I don't know what I've never had.
I'm not trying to.
Yes.
I'm not trying to shamelessly promote a client here. But when we do our Harry's Razor commercials, and you hear in their copy that they take less profit, that's why they're able to do something. You just don't. The business models for these giant corporations they take the humanity out of it, and they get so big, and everything in America is, we have to get bigger. We have to buy our competition. We have to merge. We have to do. And I get fed up with that, because wouldn't it be delightful if we had double, maybe triple, maybe quadruple the number of air carriers, and they were all trying little things to see about how would they compete? By making the customer service experience a little bit better.
We actually used to have more airlines.
Yes, before it was deregulated, and before the fact is that that the unscrupulous corporate greed took the day. And I think it sucks, because now you've got 2 airlines that
Essentially.
own the sky, and they can do whatever the F they want.
Just for context, I don't know what I never had. I never had a pleasant experience flying. There never was, oh my God, what a wonderful flight. I've never had that in my life.
I had it once.
I probably would really be on the cusp myself. So I probably would be, I don't go back. My experience would be talking to my mom and dad about it. That middle class people from a small town in Connecticut would be able to take a trip and have a really amazing experience because it was so special. And with the money people pay, the hard-earned pay that goes into this, it's still, I still believe that it could be so much better. But every time when you see this experience, Oscar, I just get back to, I totally agree with you when you talk about the guy. I totally agree. I wouldn't have done the same thing.
Right.
But ultimately, this I'm targeting this overbooking crap.
Now, do you
Which
think
is a common policy.
Yeah, and it's a gamble.
Great.
And as a rule, it works out. But do you think there could be a chance that United, in the next day or so, grabs this and turns it into something positive? Do you know how great it would be if they said, we are no longer going to overbook? They could
the CEO who's come out with 15 different contradictory statements.
Yeah, of course.
Out. The latest is this will never happen on a United flight again. It happens. I seem to think
I've got the highest I've ever gotten.
It happens out of Vegas a lot.
In Phoenix, I got it, which is the plane was coming from Vegas, stopped in Phoenix, and I got bumped.
Vegas.
I got bumped for $600, right?
Right.
And I said, this is
so
great.
when you do that, you get a passage on the next available flight.
Flight
plus $600.
I had to stay overnight, no big deal.
Okay.
I said,
and
I'm
I
good
understand
with that.
I understand that, but it just, you take the risk of that one flight where, everybody on that flight has to, get out and slay the dragon. That's air travel in general.
Yeah,
When you
it's a
get
risk.
to the airport and you're running late, and it's a matter. You can see the people where they don't have the option. They got a boss on the other end that's going to S-can them.
Right.
Almost said the word. If something happens, and then you get the people that are like la la la, no problem at all. I wish the whole system was so much better. I really do. That's the way I
Ideally,
look at
but
it.
also let's think about kind of the trajectory of these airlines, right? After September 11th,
I got it. It's worse.
But after September 11th, we had that big bailout for the airlines. If you remember, it was just a tough time for everybody, right? So now we're talking, 15, 16, 17 years later, almost 17 years later, 16 years later. Are they in a space, I don't know enough about this, where they're making enough dollars and they're just justifying this practice to simply keep costs down? That's what I'm really wondering, and I don't know enough about it.
I feel that once they...
It's all about the ledger sheet, in my opinion. That's all it's about.
And once they figured out, because under the extreme duress the country was under after 9/11,
yes,
they could sort of push us around because that was the new rules.
That's when you start paying for chips.
Yeah, they're not going to back off that because they realized they could get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just talking about, look, when the profits get to be astronomical, and when you see whenever you get airlines,
you've got stockholders to answer to.
Start making drug money profits. It help the people, help the people out. And just.
But you said it too. Is that there's only two big carriers now? They're the only game in town. There's no way to take your business
you've got
elsewhere.
Southwest, JetBlue. Those are common staples that are out of the loop.
But they don't cover the entire country.
Yeah, they cover most of the country. Now, actually, Southwest is flying international. I talk about getting bigger. They're flying international
and you
flights
still
now.
stand by Southwest, right?
Mike, I don't necessarily stand by it because it's the best airline. It's the cheapest airline. It's always been.
Now, Mike, you have the opportunity to have a bad landing in Greece, a bad landing in Barcelona,
Gotta engage
a bad landing in Rome.
Every time I've landed, it's like boom, and I'm like, oh God, please let my spine be intact.
Yeah, because they're off to their next Southwest adventure.
By the way, and the only thing I noticed about Southwest was the pushback, which I loved, being faster than any pushback. I have no idea
it's
whether
turn and
that's
burn,
a
Mike.
Southwest.
Turn and burn.
It was delightful.
Yeah.
Oh, did I mention? The one thing. Let me come back. I'll tell you one little story about the air travel
Spirit
that was
Air.
kind of cool. And I want somebody to look up the vice president and see where he was on Monday. Can you find that out? I want to find out where was Mike Pence, because I'll tell you what they told us on the plane. We'll come back with more fun and more thrills. And by the way, it is Wide Open Wednesday. If you could pick up your goddamn phone and call us, I wouldn't arrest you. All right, I wouldn't drag you off my plane. Thank you very much. We are not overbooked. We got empty seats in row 21 through the back, all right?
Vacancy.
Smells like fart, but call us anyway at 888-920-6673. We'll be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hi, everybody. This is Nameberry reminding you to send in your mail for the mailbag that Rob reads on Thursday on the Mike O'Mara Show. All you have to do is include it. Send it to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and then maybe we'll read your message on the radio. The podcast.
What about the address name, Barry?
Shut up, Rob. There we go. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We do a bonus show every week. Have you heard of it? We work our buns off to make it special for you. A 6th uncensored commercial-free episode that we record every week. Fun, hilarious, but most importantly, it keeps the TMOS ship afloat. That 1 hour makes the other 5 weekly shows possible. If you already subscribe to the bonus show, that's awesome, but we also urge you to encourage other members of TMOS Nation to take the bonus plunge. The future of the show depends on it. Just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the bonus banner. You'll get access to all our bonus content, and you will be helping TMOS to continue for years to come. Now is the time to treat yourself or a friend by helping us out, and we thank you. I want to say hi to all our friends down at 97.1, The Wave, your beach station down there. Through the grapevine, this is the quote that was given to me, that we are killing it in Ocean City. That was given to me through an advertising guru, and also via a guy I used to work for. So I want to say we appreciate everybody at 97.1 The Wave, and if you're on your way down to the beach and you go down to the ocean, please give it a listen and listen to Rob's Saturday morning show. He's doing a show there every single Saturday. And Rob, you're more plugged into them than I am, but I guess have you heard that through the grapevine? We're doing extremely well down in Ocean City,
lots of
Maryland.
Thanks and smiles from the higher ups at the station. They love what
That's
we're
good.
doing.
I'd like to say hi to my old buddy Jeff Bowden down there. Jeff,
Oh,
if
cool.
you're listening,
Say hi to the Green
salute.
Turtle.
One of the nicest guys that I ever worked for, and a
Great
pleasure.
watering hole.
We went to a U.S. Open together, and he's a
Jeff
very, very
Bowden.
good guy. Anyway, so back
speaking of your vice president, Mike, this is
Yes.
what I was able to bring up via an NBC affiliate. He was at a ceremony over the weekend in Southwest Florida.
Ooh.
All right,
And
okay.
it looks like he might have been in Sanibel.
Sanibel.
Okay,
And
all right.
he left Monday morning for Washington, D.C. from Sanibel.
All right, so
Where's
all I
Sanibel?
know is when we were pushing back, this is what the flight attendant on Southwest kept saying. We need to get everybody seated. We have Air Force 2 coming in.
Ooh.
Air Force 2
wow.
is coming into Atlanta, and we need to push back very, very soon. So that's why Air Force 2, I would assume, is Mike Pence's
Yeah.
plane,
And this is
right?
what it says is
The
that he
vice
had
president.
a stopover from Sanibel. He wanted to do the Coca-Cola tour. And no, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, you could. That would be believable.
I would do it.
I would do that.
I would do
That'd
that
be
in
fun.
a second.
I know.
That's
I would
a
only do a
Coca-Cola.
Pepsi-Cola tour. Anyway.
Hey, can I ask a question about that?
I brought you a silk necktie.
We've all caught up, right? Sunday's episode, we're caught up 6 episodes in.
I watched it
Feud.
again yesterday.
Right? No spoiler alert.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
happens on the internet, I'll tell you. What's her story with Pepsi? The guy left her and she's still into Pepsi?
Died.
Died?
And a lot of people
He died
theorize
and
heart attack because of the stress she put him through.
Oh, I thought.
And she was still plugged into Pepsi. She was a shareholder and a huge
and the
shareholder.
international ambassador for PepsiCo.
And I think she kept plugging it based on ego and not the fact that it was putting any money in her
Didn't
pocket.
seem like
because
any
she
money was going into her pocket.
No, she was, because he left. I guess they were paying off debts that he borrowed from the company to pay for their lavish lifestyle.
Oh my God.
And so that was the problem with PepsiCo and Pepsi-Cola, because that's why she had to hustle like right till the end, and why she was going out in theaters with that movie Straight Jacket and traveling the country and doing all the different William Castle stunts. Here's the thing I wanted to mention. I'm glad you brought up Feud. By the way, if you're not watching this on FX, Jessica Lange, Susan Sarandon, Feud, the story of Joan Crawford and Betty
Alfred
Davis.
Molina, as it goes further
And
and further.
Alfred
God,
Molina
he's great.
as the director that works with both of them. I will tell you this, and this has been consistent throughout. I knew nothing about this story. I knew that they were in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and I thought it was a great curiosity. I had no idea about the feud. As this show has gained in popularity, as we have all become fans of this show, I'm reading and there's this resurgence of nostalgia for this story. This is a mind-boggling story. The fact is, last night they're going to be filming another movie, Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte, capitalizing on the success of the horror movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. And I'm reading, before I even see it on Feud, the television show, that nobody picked up Joan Crawford at the airport, and it's true.
All of it's true. It all
really
bears out.
happened with all this stuff, and it's going to get thicker. So this wasn't just two actresses not getting along, where you'd have to embellish and do it. This is
a
the
history.
Oscar scandal. All the crap. It's
I
just
thought it was
ripe
over
for
after
this.
5. I'm like, what else could happen?
Well,
What else could
over
happen?
the
And I
weekend,
thought nothing, not
Yeah.
a chance, and all
It
this
was wrong.
real stuff is happening. It's
over the
amazing.
weekend, I actually watched Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte. I've never seen it, but I knew
With,
that was the plot point coming up in the show.
That is
with
awesome.
Betty. Now, don't spoil it, because Betty Davis and Olivia de Havilland are in Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte.
Yes.
I want to see how that whole thing goes down.
It's a
'Cause
fast, and
originally,
and there's a
Olivia
documentary.
was supposed to be Joan Crawford.
Yeah, and
everybody.
there is a
Yeah.
documentary
Spoiler alert.
on the Sweet Charlotte DVD that tells the story in documentary style, not like a drama.
Oh.
And it matches up, detail for detail. And yes, Mike, Bob Aldridge found a way to get Victor Bono in Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte as well.
Yep, as a Southern guy.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about it. These movies, I remember being a little kid and growing up, and then I was tracking with these movies when they got to television.
Right.
And I remember these movies were really popular on television,
Did
too.
Kathy
And,
like them?
Kathy would probably be, I'd have to ask her because I have no idea.
Yeah.
But Hush Hush Sweet Charlotte was 1964. I want to say
Yep,
that.
that's right.
Probably 1964. And these movies, they talk a lot about what made these movies successful, and there's a speech in last week's episode of Feud where they want to see their screen idols collapse. No. These movies, in my opinion, my memory of it when I first saw them, these movies were fun because they were scary.
Yep.
And these old broads were terrifying. Just like when you see Mommy Dearest, you can go back and look at some of the older work of Joan Crawford. She's a scary broad.
Yes.
Scary was her perfect venue. That's why these movies. And then Betty Davis.
She replaced sexy with scary because she was beautiful when she was like 20.
Guys, again, my logic, and I had a conversation about this with someone, maybe a couple of days ago, where they said, I just don't know if I want to see these women past their prime, right? And I said, look, all I know them is as these older actresses, and I'll tell you, the movie's not about how put upon these ladies were in Hollywood. I think it's a survival story on how these women.
Totally agree.
100%.
Totally agree. They are hanging on for dear life. They don't have personal relationships, so they don't have any family.
They have their
structure.
careers.
That's
Their career is
Married
it.
to Hollywood.
And they are hanging on with their fingernails to what's left. It is. I just think based on. Do we really have a call coming in from? Man, let's go to Stacy from Budapest.
Wow.
Budapest, Hungary. Hello, Stacy. How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Wow, we're getting calls all over the world today. It's great to hear. How are things in Budapest?
They are actually quite fantastic. We just finished lunch at the Hard Rock Cafe, and we've had a lot of booze, so we're a little bit drunk. But it's really good.
Are you enjoying a vacation, or are you over there with like 3 generations of family, like the call from South Korea?
Oh, no. We're enjoying a vacation. We started off in Italy, and we drove through Slovenia, and we're in Budapest for a couple of days, and then we're heading up into Vienna, Austria, and then into Poland, and then to Prague, Czech Republic, where we will sit in a beer spa, and then down to Munich, back to Italy.
I can tell you're drunk by that
By
itinerary.
way of Sweden.
By way of Sweden.
You didn't
Let me
want to
tell you
mention
this.
any of your hotels, did you?
On your way to
No.
the Czech Republic, this is a little tip I have. There's a wonderful, wonderful hostel there on the way to the Czech Republic. And if you have, I don't know, it sounds like you're having this dream trip. If you've got some disposable cash, I just heard this that if you ever want to just kill a stranger, they'll let you kill a stranger on the way to.
Rules
the
are
Czech
different
Republic.
over there, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, Rob.
Okay.
Rules are a little different, but hotels are incredibly cheap here.
That is true.
Let me ask you this: how are the? And I know it's. I hope it's. Pardon my sexism, but how are the people? Are they pretty people over there? Are the women beautiful over in Budapest?
In Budapest, they're all tall and skinny.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's the Hungarian women are very,
Southwest flies
very,
there.
very pretty. And
Yeah.
so how many?
They're very
how many
tall and skinny, and all of the men are gorgeous with dark hair and perfect eyebrows.
It'd fit right in.
Of course,
eyebrows.
That's what's in all the
true.
books, Mike. The perfect eyebrows.
Eyebrows are important.
So you're there with your hubby on a little vacay?
We are here with my husband, and we're visiting his daughter and son-in-law and our granddaughter, Emily. They are stationed in Italy.
Oh, that's
Well,
nice.
have a wonderful, wonderful vacation, and just drink like a fish. Go ahead and enjoy yourself.
But you might want to head up a cup of coffee before you hit the road to Poland.
The coffee here. The coffee is amazing.
Oh, I
I'm
bet.
jealous.
And the eyebrows.
Good, coffee and eyebrows, Stacy. A
Hey,
fantastic
There's
trip.
nothing wrong with really good eyebrows. Ron.
No, I totally agree. You know what? We'll be talking about facial hair in a moment here. Stacy, enjoy your vacation. Thank you, and thanks for supporting TMOS, okay?
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you for the call.
Always wait through the delay for that when somebody's calling that far away.
International.
Sure.
I want to get the. Now we got to take a break. We will come back and
Feud.
speak about facial hair. Rob's facial hair. It's interesting to me.
What's
Very,
going
very
on? Let me look at
interesting
you,
to me.
Rob.
No, I
Thing
want
of
this.
beauty.
This I can't see it clearly here, but I'm just talking about a change in another one of his like 7 million changes in profile pictures. We'll take a break. Come back with more fun on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi, this is the Internet's Steve Mermelstein. Perhaps you know me from the Americast, where Marcus Serta serves as my sidekick. But I'm here to tell you about another podcast, Cake and Cookies. Cake and Cookies has Rob Spiewak and Katie Von Herman, and I never miss an episode. It's an important part of my well-balanced podcast listening diet. Besides, I love Katie, and Rob loves me. It's a strange love triangle, but you can truly feel the magic in the air. Cake and Cookies. Subscribe on iTunes or listen on the TMOS app. Mermelstein, out.
Cake and cookies. Rob and Katie. It's the Rob and Katie Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Yes, sir. Subscribe, and then you can take a ride under the sea on a submarine.
Yeah. Visit us here in Northwest Washington.
Northwest. Vistaprint, people. Vistaprint. All about supporting small business owners, and they are the place to go for any custom products for the home or the office, people. Whatever you need, postcards, banners, flyers, apparel, Vistaprint can make it happen, but this one Vistaprint deal remains unbeatable. 500 business cards, just $9.99. Can you be more demonstrative when you're going to have one?
I have one.
Yeah, but it takes you like 9 hours to get your hands on it, and I don't know whether you're like arranging papers or you're grabbing a card. So,
It's the atrophy, Mike.
But by the way, here's the deal.
No feeling in the
business
left
cards.
hand anymore. That's what's sad.
500 business cards for $9.99 when you enter promo code TMOS at checkout. 500 cards for under $10. We've got one today. By the way, if you want to get yours on the show, send it to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Or do you want to send it to the regular
You got to
post
mail
office
it.
box?
P.O. Box
Okay.
32101.
Yeah, it's Box 32101, Washington, D.C., 20007. Send a copy of your new Vistaprint card to Rob, and he might share it like he's going to do right now, please.
Got this one when I went to George Mason yesterday to speak to the new upcoming crop of interns.
Yes.
Our former intern, Matt Dodson, custom designed his own card and did every upgrade.
But
this
actually
thing's gorgeous.
smart.
It is. It's got the foil lettering, and it says on the front, "I like to talk." And then on the back, he did all his contact
Can I see
info
that?
and the logo that his girlfriend designed for him. It's a totally custom card. They did everything they did out of their own minds, and then Vistaprint printed it 500
Look
for
at
under
this.
$10.
That's right. He
So
customized it.
sweet.
That's what you can do, too.
great
You
card.
can have a card just like this and send it to Rob, and we'll
Call
read
him.
it on the show.
Don't
Box
put his
32
number up there.
Tell him I
That-
said I.
Box 32101, Washington, D.C., 20007. Just remember to use the code TMOS at Vistaprint.com, and you'll get 500 business cards for $9.99. That's up to a 50% savings. Just visit Vistaprint.com, create your custom card, and use promo code TMOS at checkout. The quality is great. They're easy to customize, and And you can't beat the deal. 500 business cards for $9.99. Remember, go to Vistaprint.com, and really, it's just the best. And use TMOS for the code. Order yours today. The calls are coming in, and then we're going to talk about Rob's beard. Let's go to Delaware and say hi to Chris on Wide Open Wednesday at 888-920-6673. Chris, you're on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hello.
Hi, sorry to bother you guys at work there. How you guys doing?
It's okay, man.
You know, you're not bothering on Wide Open Wednesday because you know what? That's when we take your phone calls. Chris, take it away.
I just got back from New York this weekend. I attended my 25th high school reunion at the same high school that our good friend Bill O'Reilly attended.
Ooh. Well, I know Bill wouldn't be going to his 25th high school. That's for sure. Bill's would
Bill's
be a little longer down the road than that. That's for sure. Right. What?
So I might see him in 5 years, the combined 30 and 55, but who knows?
Yep.
But yeah, it's funny because the people kind of don't. What gets glossed over with all the whole badass thing that he's doing is it's a Catholic all guys high school, and that's what really screws you up.
Let me ask you this: so you went to a 25-year reunion at a Catholic all boys school. Was there just a tremendous amount of alcohol consumed?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I would think so.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
The quote of the day was, I think it was Monday evening, my wife goes, "You remember taking a drunken selfie in front of your high school?" I said, "No." She goes, "Check your phone." And I go, look. Oh, how about that?
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time, and
it was a lot of scotch.
It's scotch. That's what the old guys that went to a Catholic boys' school should drink. Scotch should be the order of the day. Let's go to Alan in Las Vegas. Alan, you're on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hello.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Wide Open Wednesday.
Whoa, energy.
Hi, Alan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm out walking the dogs before I go to work today.
Yeah, you
Thought
are.
I'd give you a call.
What are the pooches, if you don't mind me asking, Alan? What are the dogs you're walking?
I have a German Shepherd mix and a Chihuahua.
Oh God! Wow, you got a real dog and a fake dog. That's awesome.
Yes, and the Chihuahua has just taken her first of what will certainly be multiple pumps on this one.
Yeah, mine does the same thing. Hey, let me ask you this: since we're on the subject and I brought it up, Chihuahua dumps. Do you find that and I've never talked. I don't think I talk so much about my dogs. I've never talked about this. Do you find that the Chihuahua struggles at issue that the Chihuahua just
my
really
Chihuahua certainly does not struggle.
Oh, okay. See, my Chihuahua.
Here comes the second one.
Okay.
Well, this is exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, we're getting a narration of play-by-play.
It's like when the Hindenburg blew up. We're there.
Yes. Would you like me to tell you the quality of the issue?
Yeah, please do. How's the Chihuahua's poo looking?
Well, the first one is always nice and solid, but as the second and third ones come out, they're never quite cooked.
Exactly, and then by the time, if you get a third one, you're just getting basically a half-melted Frosty, which is really not fun at all. Sorry.
Alan, do you feed the Chihuahua table scraps? Because I would think the issue should be more consistent.
Diet.
Good point, Rob.
My wife might be listening to this, so I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Very good. All right. Anything else we can do for you, Alan?
Yeah, hey, I'm a recent subscriber to the bonus show, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, going through the back catalog. So between that and my Harry's razors, I'm wondering what else I have to do to become an official P1.
Oh, great question.
To be a P1, the thing is you shop exclusively, take a job where you buy all of the merchandise for your business at Amazon. And you
through
go
our
through the
portal.
Mike O'Mara Show, Amazon through our portal. Now, sounds like you already are one, Alan. God bless you.
Take
Thank
your
you
shirt
very
off.
much. Have a good day.
Stop it.
Yes.
Probably nice
I
and warm
forgot
where
what
it
the
is.
hell I was going to talk about
Mike,
when I was coming
that
back.
Frankie needs a squatty potty.
Yeah, Frankie needs I want to talk about, speaking of squatty, well, really not. Rob's beard.
Good segue.
Yes.
So Rob put up yesterday. Did you put your new
Monday? I did.
Why don't you trim it?
You know what? I trimmed it immediately after.
What was that disgusting?
I would not call
Let me look at it.
That was disgusting.
Why? What made it disgusting?
The eyeball Rob.
I mean, I've grown a longer. I guess it's technically a Van Dyke, not a goatee, because it has mustache and beard.
The word is unkempt.
Yeah, well,
the word is
yesterday I kempt it. I trimmed
it. But it's not. But your picture's still on.
You do look like a kid toucher in this thing.
Let me see.
There's a reason.
Like you don't look tough.
Oh, I just look like scary?
You look scary.
Yeah, like I need help. maybe.
No, that you need a sign in front of your yard on Halloween.
I have a sign in front of my yard that says
All right, so
"Great beard
there's-
inside."
I know how your brain works. You thought this was a cool picture.
Yeah, I did.
You thought having the longer hair was cool. And
No, it wasn't about. But here's the deal: you're not focused on what's key here. I had just had my head shaved.
Oh,
and so that's why I had
the
taken
chrome
the picture.
dome.
Yeah. And
But
I sent a
here's the-
picture to
let me-
my wife, and I said, "You know what? I like the shading on the eyes. It's sort of Frankenstein-y."
Do you love
See,
yourself?
This is what. But wait a minute. Or does he? Or is it self-loathing? Does that on any level? Is that picture? What are you going for?
Yeah. What is your
You've
look?
got- your beard, your mustache on the top is like a quarter inch over your lip.
Not anymore. I
looks
fixed
like
it.
it was okay. I'm glad you. But now listen. And I said this to my wife last night. I said, "Why is his hair? He's got Rob. Rob can grow a beard in half an hour.
Yeah, true.
I
Yeah.
mean, your beard is like super. I would have the most like kempt, perfectly trimmed beard. And you, I just.
What about some Just for Men in your world?
No. I'm going to go gray.
I like the gray. And by the way, you're. And may I offer a compliment here
I would.
while I'm in the middle?
Please.
You got the gray on the right and on the left with the darker
like a pooch
beard in the middle that looks, there are men that would actually color their beard to get that look.
Mhm.
You actually have that's a very, very distinguished look.
Thank
but
you.
then
I appreciate
then
it.
you look like you've been in a prison riot by
I don't
growing
think it
your,
looks like a
your
prison riot.
mustache
You do look
over
mangy.
the top.
All right. Well, I will be more attentive, especially to the mustache. I've been on purpose trying to grow out the beard part a little more. But have you run into this? Do you have my gray hair seems to grow at a different rate than my non-gray hair.
Right.
And so
on my if I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
But if you see on this side, that is
It's the Addams Family look.
No, you're thinking more of a Grandpa Munster.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
the
it
gray
is. Yeah.
gray.
Yeah.
And, well, now it's actually starting to pan out as as I'll be Bob Barker within 5 years. So I'm not really worried.
Drew
Right?
Carey's all gray.
It's
Yeah.
I'll be all gray.
Jet
It's
gray.
it's a slow process, but I think by the big 6-0, I might have a lot
This
more.
from-
and I think the speed of the gray hair growth is off-putting because whenever I find like a gray chest hair, it's already like an inch and a half long. It's like, where did you come from? And how did you get there?
So you don't have all white chest hair now?
No, not right, not
Oh,
yet.
that's
I'm
Maine.
on the
I
way.
got that.
Yeah, it's
That-
silver fox.
That went before my beard. That started turning gray before my beard. Believe it or
Robert did compliment. He said, Dad, I like when your goatee is bigger like that. So what
Right.
I'll do is I'll focus on keeping it trimmed.
It's really
But
creepy.
no, he said it
Yeah, it
looks
is
nice.
creepy.
He said
It's
it looks cool.
disgusting.
No,
It's
I don't
like
think I've
thinking
ever
about-
told my dad.
I remember when my
I like
my
it.
chest
Well,
hair
yeah,
started
it's
to
called
grow.
having a relationship with your father. And if you ever want to explore what it's like, I'll write you a note. I'll post it
What
on
were you
your
going to
Facebook
say,
wall.
Oscar? You were going to jump in.
This from Pony Boy. Rob
that's what I
is the
thought.
softest son of anarchy.
And Pony is the thinnest asshole in the world.
in the world.
In the world.
Oh my God! I remember when my chest hair went gray first. And I remember taking my shirt off at one point. I screamed at Carla. I said, "Carla, look, gray tits." But
Mike,
yeah,
I go
it
to the
was,
barber today. I'll get trimmed up and.
I wanted to ask you something
they'll clean
about
it up.
that. I wanted to ask you
Yes.
something about that. When you were struggling to get an appointment yesterday and you couldn't,
Yes.
you used an affectation, and I want to know if it's because you thought it would help you get in. You called the barber shop and you said, "This is Oscar."
Yes.
Do you use a Spanish name when you try to get an appointment to try to get to the head of the line?
No, the lady's Latin there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought perhaps
I
you
was
were
talking to one of my people,
And so you're
and
So
she
does that
calls
mean
me
like,
Oscar.
Does that mean like when it's really booked up that you
Yeah.
Bueno, hello. I would like to speak to Mamacita, please.
Yes.
Mamacita, this is Oscar. I understand you have a long line out in front of the shop, and you will be closing in no less than 5 hours. I was wondering if I could be squeezed in, Mamacita.
Oh, yes, Oscar. I will be able to.
In the Latin community, Mike, we shun each other. So
Okay.
as soon as I do that, it was a misstep because
Right.
like, this beaner can wait.
Yeah, unless. What if
That's
you
what I
went
thought they
full
said.
Spanish, like when you talk to your mom? Then would that help?
If I was like, Señor Rosa, tengo que llegar antes del jueves. Maybe that would work. Yes,
I think he just said something about boiling eggs. But
Well, Rob, you've got a heavy beard. Trim it up.
Yeah,
I will.
Do you have a trimmer or do you have to go get it trimmed?
I have two of them.
Ooh.
I have the big guy and the little guy.
Nice.
One last little thing. I've been belt tightening lately, but I did spring for an Amazon.com /TMOS product that Mrs. O'Mara's been insisting on. I went for the Turbo nose hair trimmer from Panasonic.
Oh, very good.
Wow.
What's turbo about it?
Well, here's the thing, and you know that
Four-cylinder.
With all the talk we do, we'll be talking about Amazon in a moment here, but the fact is, with all the talk we say, sometimes there are items where you really want to kind of test drive them, and you can't, and you want to see how powerful it is. I just made the assumption that Panasonic, more often than not, has some pretty turbo trimmer devices.
Like what they are is they're a good outfit.
Yeah, they're really a good
solid
outfit.
brand.
So I was really excited about it, and I got the really, really intense trimmer, and it didn't disappoint. I think maybe one battery. One AA battery,
that's common.
Works like a charm, and I went to town.
When does nose hair become an issue age-wise?
I don't think it's age as much as genetics.
Okay.
And my family has herds of it. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I got family members where you could braid the crap. All right. So
Does
by
it
the
walk
way,
hand in hand with eyebrows?
Yes,
Because
yeah,
I
if you-
remember
if I
the
let things
horror
go,
of
yes.
the first time a barber just ran a comb through my eyebrow and started trimming.
Right.
I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And he said, "They were a little long, sir."
It's getting old,
monster.
Rob. Getting old. The hair you lose on your head starts to pop out at other places on your body.
I have
That's
the
way it
demo
works.
video. I went to Panasonic.com. I have the demo video of your nose hair trimmer here.
Okay, let's listen.
Hold it.
Come on, fire it up. Here it
What,
goes.
you use a dead battery?
No, I just had to start it. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
You
Now
gotta put it on
now
one.
I pull my left nostril up. I pull it up, and then I aim to make sure that I get it right in the right spot. And,
stall
crept
out.
out again. Oh, well, back to Amazon. I'll have to go ahead and do that. All right, we got to take a break. We will come back. Yesterday's news you may not need coming up on the Mike O'Mara show. That's right. I looked at it. It was that generic where, hey, call me on it if you think it's a little tired story. I'll
Question
be
his
happy
news.
to.
Today in the
yes,
White
thank
House,
you.
President Clinton.
Yeah, thank you very much. We'll take a break, come back with more fun on the Mike O'Mara show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Tony P.
Hi, it's me, Gary Stein, you hockey puck.
And on this week's episode, we pay tribute to Don Rickles, one of the greatest of all time.
Best insult comic ever, next to me.
Also on the episode, Gary's lovely wife, Sarah Partridge, a singer and former actress who, as you may well know, once dated Tom Cruise.
All right, everybody makes mistakes.
Oh, she made a mistake, all right. And Janice Ian. Sarah and Janice have a new album out. Check it out, TonyPerkinsShow.com. Subscribe on iTunes and download the Tony Perkins Show app.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Welcome back to Mike O'Mara show.
What?
What did I just say?
Welcome back to Mike O'Mara show. Like Regis would say.
The trimmer.
Hey, you know, I've been working on a Russian dialect for a piece I'm doing, and it's maybe working its way into regular show. Amazon.com. We love our partnership with Amazon because, one, they are the best, and two, when you access Amazon through us, we get a small percentage of whatever you spend there. So the next time you visit the Amazon website, do it through our website or our app. It's very easy to use. It changes nothing for you, helps us immeasurably. And if you're getting ready for spring and summer, check out the amazing home and garden deals on the front page of MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's you see something you like, you click it, you put it in the shopping cart, it's yours.
They bring
And
it to your
helps
door.
us.
To your door.
It's fantastic. Price is so good you won't mind doing yard work. Please remember to help us out. And we thank you. How is that? Good job, Mike.
News.
Boo. Hold on. What happened to that? Jeez.
Holy mackerel.
Jeez. Yeah, what's going on with that? Here, hit it again. Thank you. All right, let me turn that down and do this. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The days of looking at Caitlyn Jenner and wondering, did she or didn't she, are over. She did.
Oh.
She had the surgery in January. Out with the hot dog, in with the bun, people. She finally comes clean.
The red snapper, Mike.
Not a red snapper.
She comes clean in her upcoming book, The Secrets of My Life. She says, quote, "It's just a penis. It has no special gifts or use for me other than the ability to, go in the woods. I just want to have all the right parts. I am also tired of tucking, she said.
That's
she
gotta
goes
suck.
into more detail on both counts, but I guess we won't get to ask Caitlin any questions about her new input because she also says, quote, all of you can stop staring. You want to know, so now you know, which is why this is the first time and the last time I will ever speak of it. So,
well, I am
there we are.
so excited to know this.
I would say that he should have done, or she should have done this during the reality show. Or else maybe we would have gotten canceled.
Yeah, that's it. Do you get the? I always
Ratings.
wonder with Caitlin whether there's something behind it or whether she just feels the need to share.
Well, now look. Let's be realistic about this, right? And by the way, I don't want any letters or any messages. If anything, this show is the most embracing of the transgender community. All right,
Absolutely,
So step
yes.
off. Now that being said, let's call her what she is. An attention whore.
It's true.
Bottom line.
I think she is.
Right?
Yes, I
And
really
she was
do.
in a lot of pain after the procedure, but luckily they gave her a Pepsi,
And
it made things a lot better.
And Chloe just wants a relationship with Caitlyn. If you're
That's all.
following the Kardashians.
Yes, I've seen this clip.
Give her what she wants.
Yeah.
And I really could go if we didn't hear about Jenners and Kardashians ever again, I would be completely fine with that, and so would a lot of people. Thank
Don't
you.
keep that, please.
I'm a huge Heart fan, gentlemen. Back in August, something happened after a Heart gig, and I read all about this. I've condensed it down to this story right now. They had a gig in the Seattle area that really, with what happens, it might be jeopardizing the future of the band. Ann Wilson's husband, who's a bit of a weirdo, in my opinion, from what I've seen and read, his name is Dean Wetter, and he assaulted Nancy Wilson's 16-year-old twin sons.
Oh, no.
And he did so because they committed the heinous crime of leaving the door open to Ann's tour bus.
Oh, no.
Apparently there were dogs there, and he slapped and punched one of them in the back of the head. He choked the other to the point where he couldn't breathe. Wetter was arrested after this, but all parties agreed on a deal that allowed him to avoid jail time. But that doesn't mean they patched things up. Did you hear? Has anyone
I've never heard of this.
Far from it. After the assault happened, they had 20 more shows to go before the tour was finished. That had to be rough. Nancy calls them excruciating, and Ann said it was complete hell. For the first time in their 43-year career, they were using separate dressing rooms and communicating via third parties. Even now, things are strained, and they haven't been in the same room since the tour ended. At the moment, there is no Heart. Did you know this? Yeah. They're on hiatus. Ann is currently touring as Ann Wilson of Heart. You've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen
of course,
those shows. While Nancy has a new band called Road Case Royale, they're working on an EP. This guy seems like he's just a weirdo. He's a creep.
Bad news.
That is bad news, and that's also surprising. I thought they would be together till death.
Yeah, it sucks. It's a drag, and when you read the story about the kids, a lot of details have to be filled in. But bottom line, he said, whatever you do, I'm going to show you the tour bus, but close the door behind you. And they didn't because they're kids. But the reaction was ridiculous. A woman named Laura Begley Bloom and her family were supposed to travel from New York to Florida on Delta for a vacation on Friday. This gets back to what we were talking about with the overbooking. Their flight actually wasn't canceled, so Delta was offering up a ton of money for people to give up their seats. Laura and her family negotiated $1,350 each to get bumped to Saturday, and since there were 3 of them, that was a total of $4,050. When they went back to the airport on Saturday, that flight was also, jammed up.
Right.
And they took another $1,315 to get bumped to Sunday. And at the airport on Sunday, they decided to just forget about the trip to Florida, and they just took they each took $1,000 to give up their seats, and they got the original cost of the tickets refunded. In all, the family made $11,000 over the weekend just to stay in New York City.
Oh, man.
So that's,
I'll say this.
Yes.
That I would say I don't need 11 grand. If you gave me anything over 1,000, I'd stay and not go.
Yeah.
Not go on your vacation to take that.
Now, even if it was my family and I love them dearly.
Right.
There is a
lot
price.
of people.
It's $1,000.
There's the dream vacation. There may be the dream vacation once in a lifetime, but most people kind of go places they've gone before, and they're they can wait to get there, or they can do it in another time.
Some other time.
$11,000 buys a lot of months of Netflix. I'm sure they're fine.
I have a feeling, I didn't see it in the news story, but I have a feeling there might have been one word on the end of that where they were traveling. In-laws. I just have
Florida.
a sneaking suspicion.
They were going to Florida. They were going to
in-laws.
Florida. They said, we'll do it some other time.
So you're not coming at all now? First it was Sunday, and now you're not coming?
Sorry, Mom! You may plan on eating a lot of marshmallow Peeps over Easter weekend.
Yes!
You may have already gotten started, but I can promise you this. Your grand total of Peeps won't equal the number this dude mowed down in 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. A competitive eater named Matt Stoney just set a new world record by eating 255 Peeps in 5 minutes. That's so gross. That's 51 Peeps per minute, or almost 1 per second. Matt also held the previous world record, which was a much weaker 250 Peeps.
Wow.
In 5 minutes. Jesus Christ.
He expects to have a bowel movement by Thanksgiving.
That is so nasty. Wanted to be a yellow one or one of the nice little purple ones. Anyway, and now a little something for you. A 57-year-old guy named Michael Shannon. Not the actor from Boardwalk Empire or Man of Steel, but a guy named Michael Shannon, went into a laundromat in St. Petersburg, Florida on Saturday morning and did what so many people down here in South Florida do at the laundromat. He pooped on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It happens.
Mr. Shannon.
How
There we
dare
go.
you, sir.
That alone would be disgusting, but now it gets really a lot worse. If you happen to be dining or you got something right now, I'm giving you fair warning about
Skip ahead
this,
a bit,
okay?
yeah.
This is kind of nasty. So doing it on the floor of the laundromat might be problematic enough, but this is what he did. Michael scooped up what he just created and he put it into the soap compartment on one of the washing machines.
Oh, not okay.
As though he were going to use it as detergent.
Sure.
That is so nasty.
Got to be on bath salts, right, to do something like that?
Yeah.
Some sort of drug?
It's like a fever dream.
Well, someone in the laundromat called the cops, and Michael was arrested for criminal mischief. And all I have to say is just, hey, it's good to be back home again. And my shirts have never looked browner. Thank you. Yeah. You can do a little Jay Giles thing in the
I got him
in
on
your little
montage.
sounds
You
today.
bet.
That's
You
good.
bet.
Yeah. I remember seeing him backstage, I think, at the State Theater at one
Yeah?
point.
Wow.
I believe
Whoa.
we did. I did something backstage with him there at the State. Yeah. So
I didn't
we'll talk
know that.
about that. Yeah, and more fun and more
Cool.
thrills coming up. This is the Mike O'Barra Show. We'll be right back, everybody.
Aww.
Hey, it's your buddy Oscar Santana.
There he
This
is.
Todd Moore. You know us from Tech 411, the tech show that's sweeping the nation.
Shout
That's
Mac.
right, and we are here to help get you all your tech news, reviews, and apps you need to own.
It's very simple, and it's
Own.
absolutely free.
So subscribe on iTunes and check us out on the Moore Broadcasting Network.
And for the record, we're not banging.
Still true all these years later.
That's true.
All right, I need a Todd Moore fix. I need a
Yeah,
Todd
Tomo
Moore in-studio
fix.
fix.
Yes.
All right, can we
Oh,
make
yeah,
that happen?
I'm texting
Is
him right
he,
now.
Is he like boycotting our show now?
No,
is he
he's
boycotting
busy
our
being
show?
successful.
It's well, you know.
Every
tell
time I
come
talk to
by.
him, he's like, I got to go to Budapest this weekend. No.
Oh, the eyebrows are great
I'll
over
say
there.
this.
to get him on the show.
I will write him right now and book him if he has time this week.
Awesome.
Love to
Cool.
see Todd. It's always an interesting dynamic, and love to have him come by. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Hiring people, hard to do.
Yes.
Excruciatingly difficult, and sometimes you got to make a last-minute choice to get it done. I'm here to tell you we have technology that will help you get the right hire and do it without spending a lot of time and effort. It's called ZipRecruiter.com. ZipRecruiter makes it easy. With a single click, ZipRecruiter.com posts your job opening to over 200 top sites. They even post to all the big social media platforms. Any industry, any city, ZipRecruiter.com will get your word out. Soon you'll be screening screening candidates in minutes, not hours, thanks to the amazing ZipRecruiter interface. It's a cinch to use. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by Fortune 100 companies as well as thousands of small and medium-sized businesses. Right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter absolutely free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. That's ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. Try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS and find your perfect hire. Hire that man. ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. Do it today. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for Wednesday, April 12, 2017, everybody.
I had no idea you had a personal run-in with Jay Giles. Now, when most people think of the
Rob,
Jay
you're
Giles
usually
band,
around me when I'm doing these things.
this
I
had
don't
to
know
be
what I was
during your
doing.
classic rock era. I think this had to be when you were with Kirk, right?
I don't remember why I was there, but I know he was on the bill for something. I wish I had a better memory. I mean, I've done too many things. That's it. Yeah, and it's the alcohol.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
But Jay Giles was the guitarist and founder of the band. The guy that most people associate the face of the band is actually the singer Peter Wolf.
Wolf, right.
I do remember when I think I was in like 6th grade when the Freeze Frame album came out. I think that was the name of it, actually.
Freeze Frame.
That had the big potato on watching television on the cover. It was the hottest record in school.
Does she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete?
Yeah, I love the Jay Giles band and a lot of really agreeable stuff. This was their first hit. Give it to me.
Boston area band. What a great band. What a great
Good sound.
Great sound. Absolutely.
They're a doo-wop cover. And that was a top 40 hit as well, even. Yeah.
And they had a naughtiness in them that I loved, you know?
Oh, well, Centerfold is a
Right.
dirty song. MTV made that song dirty.
Absolutely. Man, you know, I played a lot of music in the 80s, and I'm going to tell you something that there were songs that I never tired of, and they had more than one.
Yeah.
I would never get bored. There were songs that I wanted to put needles in my eyes, but the Jay Giles band, because you want to talk about airplay? I mean, the Jay Giles band got so much air. Centerfold and Freeze Frame, but they were just too good. They were too
Centerfold,
good.
one of my all-time favorites. So Safe Home, Jay Giles. No word yet as if the band will keep on going without him, because with the singer and another guitarist, they could conceivably do it, but who knows?
They got to find a Filipino to stand in.
Today is...
That's the old journey trick.
The journey
Yes,
trick,
sir.
that's right. Today is David Letterman's birthday, but sad news for him, as yesterday his mother passed. Dorothy Letterman.
Oh, Dorothy? Oh, no.
At age
Oh, my
95.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very sad. And there's
Same age as my mom. Long life. Good for her.
and she was so great. I loved her when she
and one of the only moms in show business that I did an impression of. Hello, David.
she first did Phoners when he was on NBC, and then CBS, remember, sent her to cover the Olympics in Lillehammer.
It was great.
There are so
It was
many
great.
great items of her on YouTube. I chose a top 10 list. He always did Guess the Pie with her at Thanksgiving, but for her 85th birthday.
Can I just let me jump in here for a second? Because really, you surprised me with this. I didn't read it this
Her
morning.
name was
I didn't
Dorothy
know about it.
Mengering, I think.
And she was. This was where he got into his inner Midwestern, sensible, folksy, and this was all Letterman, just middle
the
America.
best of Letterman.
Yeah,
absolutely.
classic stuff.
And I'm feeling sad. That's great.
I think for her 85th birthday, she did the top 10 list, and I won't make you
Okay.
sit through the whole list, but here's highlights from this top 10 list.
Top 10 things I have learned in my 84 years. Are you
84,
ready, Mom?
sorry.
I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Number 10.
In a pinch, vanilla extract will give you a good buzz.
What? What? Number 6.
Kids don't listen to parents when it comes to advice on hair pieces.
And the number one thing I have learned in my 84 years.
It's hard having a son who looks older than you.
Anyway, I
Nice.
recommend, if you have a few moments today, look up David Letterman's mom on YouTube and watch a few clips. You'll be glad you
Yeah,
did. Good
very
stuff.
funny stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Safe home, Dorothy.
So, Chelsea Handler, if she's ever in your neighborhood, you may want to download a few dating apps.
Would you ever do the like the dating app? Oh, I'm on all those apps. Oh, are you? Don't get me wrong. I like to hook up.
So when I go to London or I go to New York or if I'm out of town and I want a little da-da-da, I'll do that. I'm on Raya, I'm on Tinder, I'm on all that stuff. And I
what
don't
catches your eye? Like if you have to swipe or flip or
somebody
whatever.
who's in the area. In like a 7-mile radius.
So she'll drive 7 miles for a little da-da-da, as she says.
Hey, guys love that. Guys love a woman when she
Single?
talks like a whore.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, Pony.
I'm too far away.
Get on that Chelsea Handler bandwagon. This story broke yesterday, hot on the heels of the bat in the salad at Walmart.
Yeah.
Someone went to Giant in Silver Spring.
Yes, I saw this.
And they
This is-
found a
so
scorpion.
gross. Did you? Hey, when you saw this story, did you smell any kind of rat at all? Did
No,
you think maybe?
no, I think this is genuine.
You think
and
this is genuine?
I've always been a little nervous about bagged salads because of the
They're
way
just too healthy.
No. If you're going to eat a salad, buy a head of lettuce.
By the way, I could have background music. Are you going to have the people that found it?
Yes, you mean
'cause I
Pranay
could-
and Shri? Thank you, Mike. Let's go to the tape.
It's just triple wash, right? Generally, people think that it's washed. We purchased like this bag of spinach in Giant on Friday evening.
Bag of spinach was here. I saw something inside the bag is crawling. We're like this. And I thought it was a cricket in the beginning. Until then I noticed when it was in the bottle, it's a scorpion.
What if it bites? It could be venomous. I told them not to sell the spinach anymore because it might contain some other scorpion.
I might have been stung, then that could be fatal.
Yeah, I was wondering if when they said I thought it was a cricket, if they were okay with that.
Yeah,
Because
the
they said
cricket,
at first I
yeah.
thought it was a cricket.
If
But
it was a cricket, I'd put it right next to the crouton. But a scorpion has a stinger on the end of it that could sting you in the upper lip while you're enjoying your salad before you have your chicken satay.
Why do I believe this guy more than the bat people? Like, I don't know why, right?
I always smell a rat when any of these food stories come down because you just think, hey, if we get this dead bat, we found a dead bat in the end, put it in the bag, put it in the
But
bag.
this was a live scorpion. I don't know that
Yes,
they'd
it was
want to
live.
handle it. Yeah.
And they actually manipulated it enough so they could get into that little clear water bottle, and you could see it moving around with all of its giant legs.
Remember, Mike, that It's Academic is brought to you by Giant. That's
Giant
my
food.
Giant.
That's the end of the salad.
Now, an interviewer was talking to Nicole Richie. I didn't know Nicole Richie was still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But they went
She's
to
on a sitcom?
Oh, is she?
I think so, yeah.
They went to High Five, and this doofus girl reporter actually hit Nicole Richie in the face and knocked her glasses off. The reaction is pretty solid.
Greatest news I've heard all week. Well, I live in LA and I heard it's going to rain 3 times this week, so that's pretty.
Oh my God! You okay? That was the craziest high five
Speaking of
all
great news.
time. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But
I like this.
I'm notoriously clumsy.
I can.
Yeah, no bird apple.
I'm notoriously clumsy, but I know how to talk all the time really fast.
Later, she ran Nicole Richie over with a car. And Nicole Richie says, no, I love this. Sometimes, and let's close with this, sometimes simple is better. And Funny or Die, the website, sometimes goes way too far with a joke, I think. This one they did just right. This is an actual United Airlines commercial that they've, I'll say, augmented?
Every thought, every movement, carefully planned, coordinated, and synchronized. Performing together with a single united purpose. That's what makes the world's leading airline flyer friendly.
I have to go home. I have to go home.
I have to go home too. So that's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, don't forget, special day tomorrow, guys. Thomas Jefferson's birthday.
Big day.
I know you were thinking about it. Our snail mail address is TMOS, P.O. Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. If you want to send a birthday or message for our weekly mailbag segment, it's Rob with 2 B's. We're doing it tomorrow, which means get him to him like at midnight tonight. He loves that.
I will check my email right after I watch the Jimmy Fallon show.
Thanks for all the years of amazing support for TMOS, and make sure you don't get a scorpion in your salad bag. For Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana, and our executive producer, Matt Ponyboy Bloom, Mike O'Mara inviting you to join us again for your favorite part of the day, the Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.
Ciao, ciao.
Long
everything. Please remember that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is the best way to shop for anything and everything. So, shop Amazon and get there through our website. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Now, go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.